Broadcasting live, KSLA News 12 This Morning starts now.
On alert at 6, listen to that. Many of you awoke from your sleep this morning to hail and strong winds.
That system is still making its way out at this hour. Team coverage on your safety this morning. We're watching slick roads as you get ready for work.
Yeah, I remember coming to work with the strongest storms, and I thought, oh my goodness, am I going to make it to work this morning?
It was a mess this morning.
Yeah.
A lot of puddles out there.
First alert meteorologist James Parrish tracks that for us right now. Good morning, James.
Good morning, Adrian. The good news is Shreveport-Bossier's in the clear. Those roadways are still probably going to be wet, and across your neighborhoods, I can't rule out some tree limbs that could be in the road thanks to the stronger thunderstorms that moved through first thing this morning, so be careful out the door. The strongest thunderstorms do extend from Natchitoches Parish back towards Sabine Parish. Right now, they have moved through Natchitoches, but impacting Montgomery, Provençal, as well as Manny and Florine. Do expect that these thunderstorms are going to work their way into your neck of the woods before 6:30 this morning, so you don't want to leave for work until these thunderstorms have pushed through your neck of the woods. Luckily, these thunderstorms have shown some signs of weakening. Before, we were talking about over 100 lightning strikes. Now we're just down to 77. This line will continue to track off to the south and to the east. Will impact Lotus within the next couple of minutes. Florine around 6:04, and it could impact Hornbeck around 6:24 this morning. This line of thunderstorms will likely be out of the Arklatex by 7 or 7:30 first thing this morning. This line does extend back towards East Texas, but is out of Shelby County right now, but could make a run through Sabine County in East Texas, as well as Sabine Parish in northwest Louisiana. So in Hemphill, we could see these thunderstorms around 6:07, Hornbeck once again around 6:22, and Pineland just around 6:10 this morning. As we take a look at our Know Before You Go checklist, some of us will definitely need their umbrella this morning, but notice our rain chances will start to taper off before lunchtime today. Best chance of rain will be before 7 or 8 o'clock this morning. Give yourself some extra time, because even if you're not experiencing those stronger thunderstorms, wet roadways could still slow you down, and you'll need your sunglasses this afternoon. 65 degrees by 9, by 11, 67 degrees. We'll see increasing sunshine through the afternoon hours, with temperatures warming into the low to middle 70s. So this afternoon is going to be very pleasant compared to this morning. We'll take you hour by hour through Future Track coming up in just a few more minutes, but let's get over to Christian Picos, who's in the Alert Center.
James, you're taking a live look right now at I-20 at Pines Road, and as you can probably tell, that road is wet, and those roads across the Arklatex this morning are going to stay wet after those strong storms made their way through our region earlier this morning. Right now, we're not following any major issues as you get yourself ready for work or as you get your kids ready for school this morning. Just do make sure that you give yourself plenty of extra time to reach your destination this morning in case of any unexpected delays on the roads. Remember, the interstates are clear of any debris right now. However, it might be a different story in your neighborhood. We are getting reports of small tree limbs that have fallen in some parts of the road this morning. As well, right now, about less than 1,000 people are currently without power after those strong storms made their way through our area. Right now, only 725 people are without power, which is actually an improvement relative to this morning. At one point this morning, we did see just over 1,000 people who were without power. Right now in Shreveport, 517 customers are currently without power as we speak. However, it's a different story to our west of Longview for that matter. West of there, just 33 customers without power. Northwest of Longview, 65 customers without power. So we're seeing a large portion of these customers who are waking up in the dark this morning in the Shreveport-Bossier metro area. However, even farther to our west in Tyler, Texas, over 3,000 people there are currently without power. I'll have the latest on those power outage reports throughout the morning right here in the First Alert Center.
Christian, thank you. And just a reminder for those parents that are just waking up, a lot of your students in the Arklatex, they are on spring break. Several local districts, as you can see here, are out this week. Take a look. These parishes include Caddo, Claiborne, and Sabine Parish. Now, these guys right here, they are returning to school this week. Sorry, kiddos. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. You enjoyed your spring break last week. And over in the Texas area, you can see right now that most of the Texas schools had their spring break 2 weeks ago. But Wascom, however, you have a late spring break. April 15th through the 19th is when yours begins. A serious alert for your money and your health right now. Your next doctor appointment, well, it could cost you. We have just learned that Christus Health has cut ties with Cigna Commercial Insurance. Now, this comes after Christus Health's website. Now, this comes from their website. This means those of you with the Cigna coverage of insurance, you will not be covered if you go to any Christus Health hospital. This affects Christus hospitals in Louisiana and South, North, and East Texas. Now, we're told the two cut ties because of funding negotiation problems. Now, according to Christus Health, there's a few exceptions to this coverage when it comes to your emergency care. Coverage may continue for patients that have high-risk pregnancies or if you are pregnant past 24 weeks. Also, patients with terminal illnesses already receiving treatment, and also patients with life-threatening or chronic conditions. Christus says they're going to offer in-network rates despite being out of network to help with those costs. Now, we posted this story on our app this morning. You can find details on our homepage. It is 6:05. After months of delays, the case against this Shreveport man moves on. Grover Cannon is accused of killing a Shreveport police officer. Jury selection for Cannon was moved to East Baton Rouge Parish, and he was charged with first-degree murder in the death of this man, Shreveport police officer Thomas LaValle. That was back in 2015. Now, if convicted, he could face the death penalty. KSLA News 12's Miranda Whittington is live outside the Caddo Parish Courthouse with details. Miranda, good morning.
Good morning, Adria. Well, that change was requested by Grover Cannon's defense. They requested that change in venue after Shreveport officer Shateri Payne was shot and killed back in January. His defense attorney believed that Officer Shateri Payne's death could influence the case, and a judge agreed to change that venue. So the jury selection will begin today. Now, once the jury is selected, they will be brought back here to Caddo Parish for the rest of the trial. Now, again, Officer Thomas LaValle was shot and killed in August 2015. There was a citywide manhunt that took place shortly after, where Grover Cannon was captured the next day. He was indicted on a first-degree murder charge in October 2015. He appeared in court in March 2016, and the original trial date was set for February 2017. Since that time, there's been 5 delayed times. The trial's been delayed 5 times. The last request was due to the family. Now, if Grover Cannon is indicted on first-degree murder or charged with first-degree murder, he could face the death penalty. Live here in Shreveport, I'm Miranda Whittington, KSLA News 12.
All right, Miranda, thank you. Shreveport city leaders meet again this week to talk about a proposed trash fee that could increase your bills every month. Now, we've been telling you about this $7 fee for weeks now. Council members postponed the vote for this move just moments after rejecting a similar $18 fee proposed by Mayor Adrian Perkins. A vote could come as early as tomorrow. Of course, we will keep you posted. A monumental moment in Natchitoches Parish over the weekend. The mayor officially declared Sunday as Clementine Hunter Day. You know, she was a local artist known for her paintings and her stories about life on the plantation in Melrose, Louisiana. Yesterday, a documentary on her life aired in the National Museum of History and Culture in Washington, D.C. It's called Clementine Hunter's World, and it paints a picture of her art in the midst of hard times.
Anything that was discarded, she started painting on, was snuff bottles, wine bottles, dishpan, anything that she could find.
We're visiting from Portland, and I want my daughter to experience some of the Louisiana heritage. So, yeah, and her artwork is amazing. We wanted her to see it.
Well, if you want to see Clementine Hunter's artwork for yourself, visit the Melrose Plantation in Natchitoches. It is absolutely worth it. Beautiful and gorgeous. You can also look for this story right here on our KSLA News 12 app, and you'll find details on how to get there and when you can visit.
Heavy rain is coming down from Provençal Natchez, just south of Natchitoches. We'll talk about when these stronger thunderstorms will move out of the Arklatex on Future Track coming up in just a few minutes.
American Airlines grounds several flights following issues with Boeing planes. Still to come, a look at how this may change your spring vacation. And tragedy strikes Parkland, Florida for a 3rd time in a year. How students are coping this morning, straight ahead.
Before True Balance, my blood pressure